CrossFit Games is the extreme end of CrossFit, to where people are actually competing to be the fittest person on the planet. And while I'm in pretty good shape, I'm not sure that I'm the fittest person in the planet, but I'm going to compete and find out where I stack up. Each week they release a workout that you can either do it in affiliate or you can do it online by submitting a video. And the bar has been significantly raised this year because Reebok came on as a sponsor, and there is $1 million at stake. So today is the day that I'm going to look at the workout for the first time for the CrossFit Games. I'm going to do it tomorrow in Atlanta, and honestly I have no idea what to expect. Let's see, games.crossfit.com. There it is, the week 2 workout right there. Every week they're going to put up a different workout. Complete as many rounds as possible in 15 minutes. Sounds pretty easy. The 9 deadlifts are at 155 pounds, 12 push-ups, and a 24-inch box jump. That's pretty light. I was a former athlete who thought my best days were behind me. Fad diets and gimmicks left me 30 and miserable. Now I'm in my 40s and in the best shape of my life. How's that possible? I found out the truth about fitness. So today's a really special day. It's the day for another CrossFit competition. And this is a very special one because we're going to travel to Atlanta, but I'm also going to take my son Turner, my oldest son, who's also a CrossFitter. I'm going to take him with me today because he wanted to go.
So it's Saturday. We're going to go up to Atlanta and do the workout today. So I just got a little breakfast. I ate 3 eggs and a banana. Pretty easily digestible. Should be feeling good by the time we get there. I think it is probably pretty good to have something in your stomach. I've got 2 hours to digest. I might as well have something. So I'm just going to clean up real quick. My son Turner's going to go with us.
Now Turner told me he wanted to be the strongest kid in his class. So I told him, all you got to do, show up in the garage 5 days a week for the rest of the school year, all through the summer, and we'll get him to his goal. I can tell he's kind of excited about it. We travel from Chattanooga to Atlanta. It's about a 2-hour drive. All right, so we finally hit Atlanta. This is why I don't like the big cities, because it always looks like this every time I come up here, but it looks like we're about 15 minutes away. And we're gonna go to a place called BTB Fitness, which is a standard CrossFit gym. Made it. Without even turning around one time in Atlanta. Made it right through the big city. In our workouts, we'll try to incorporate as many different things as we can. Sometimes we'll run, sometimes we'll row. There are a lot of guys that don't like to run. And there is a great alternative to running, and it comes in the form of a very inexpensive, very old tool called a jump rope.
50 double unders, is that the whole workout? Yep.
And a jump rope comes in many different forms and fashions. We've got weighted jump ropes, we've got ropes that are designed for speed work, and then we've got the old-fashioned licorice speed rope. Now this is my favorite because on the internet you can find this for under $5. It's going to last you a long time, and there's basically nothing that you can't do with it. It's a great jump rope, great tool, very inexpensive. I can tuck this away in my bag and know that anywhere that I can find a 6-foot area, I can get in a really good workout either with the jump rope alone or incorporating the jump rope into calisthenic routines or weightlifting routines. And the jump rope is something that I really, really like. I'll also warm up every day with the jump rope. I'll jump rope for 3 minutes. Now, that will help me to loosen up my calves and loosen up everywhere, but I also like it for agility training, and I will encourage any of the kids that we're training at our gym to jump rope for at least 3 to 5 minutes a day. You would be amazed at the improvements in agility, foot speed that we'll see in young kids. Now, go to the website, check out a lot of different things that you can do with a jump rope, ways to incorporate them into your routine, and workouts that you can do specifically with a jump rope.
Hey, you know what just happened? Yeah, he's counting.
I definitely noticed a difference with Progenics. The biggest things I noticed was, one, I wasn't quite as sore the next day, and I just felt more fresh for the next workout. And it just makes your next workout more productive, because you're not just running through mud, but actually doing what your body can do. I'm Chris Spieler, and I am Progenics.
Like Fitness Truth on Facebook to see our daily workouts, great articles and photos. Post your own scores and chart your progress so that we can cheer you on as you reach your goals. It's not just another Facebook page, it's a lifestyle. So when we get to the gym, Seven's already there, and Seven is a filmmaker for the CrossFit website. He does a film every single month for them, and he travels all over the world. He's got a really cool job. He gets to interview the best athletes in the world and see them in their home gym training and doing whatever they're doing to get prepared and to be that best athlete. Seven's following me around for 6 weeks in this open competition, and he's going to make a film about each one of our workouts over the 6 weeks. Now I have someone that's going to be with me across all of these workouts, and that's a girl who was 4th place in the CrossFit Games last year. She's an amazing athlete.
Jessica Pamanian, going to do WOD number 2. Last year I placed 4th at the Games. It was kind of my first year competing ever in CrossFit. I started maybe 3 weeks before sectionals training for it, so it's probably been almost a year now that I've been doing CrossFit. I'm sure my brother and sister are like way up here. I'm now the shortest one.
Hi, Jessica.
Hi.
Oh, I missed you so much.
I know.
Love you.
I love you too. I haven't seen them in 2 years. That's a very long time, I know. Just, you know. I don't know, I moved from California to New York. We were on the same coast. I thought we would see each other more often. It just didn't really happen. Was always busy. I tried to tell them, like, Mom, I might puke or start crying or, you know, just to prepare them for the worst. I don't think they really know what it's about.
The CrossFit Open is going to have 6 different workouts that are going to take place over 6 weeks. They're going to be announced every Tuesday. So on Tuesday, I'm going to open up the computer, look at it, and I'm going to see the workout. And until that time, I'm not going to know what it is. When I first saw this workout, I wasn't sure exactly what to do. You know, you have a week to do it. You can submit as many times as you want. You can try the workout as many times as you want at your home, at an affiliate, anywhere. You can try just parts of the workout, and there's a little bit different strategy on each one of these. On this one, I had no idea what to expect, so I wanted to go ahead and give it a try. I did try it, I did videotape it just in case that was my best effort, but I came up with 11 rounds and a few deadlifts. I was pretty happy with that. Now the thing about this online competition is that it's in real time. So when somebody submits a score, you can see that immediately. And it became pretty obvious to me that 11 rounds was okay. I needed to get over 12 rounds to be pretty competitive. I've tried this one once so far, and I wasn't altogether unhappy with the result, but I think I can do better if I work on the transitions. You know, there was a couple of times where I was standing, and I think the transition is the big deal on this one. You know, if you go from one to the next and keep everything unbroken, you're going to have some good scores. All CrossFitters training is different. Now, a lot of the guys will just follow the main site workout, where people like myself, I'll do my own programming, and I'll really program for my weaknesses. Now, programming for my weaknesses means doing things that I don't really like to do. You know, some of the things that I really like to do, pull-ups, push-ups, body weight, and running. Those are things that come easy to me, and those are where my background is as a wrestler. Some of the things that I don't like to do are super heavy deadlifts, super heavy weightlifting, but I know that that's my weakness, and if I want to be competitive in this environment, I have to do those things. So when you're working out a lot, you're starting to get some great results. There are a lot of things that you need to think about. We've talked a little bit about what to eat and kind of what maybe you might want to avoid, or what at least I avoid. But let's talk about portions. Let's talk about how much you should eat and how you determine what you eat. Now, I like to go on a basic rule of thumb, basing it loosely on the zone diet, which says that 40% of your calories come from carbohydrates, 30% from fat, and 30% from protein. So here in front of me, I've got a plate that is just exactly that. I've got about 30% of my calories coming from a good protein source. I've got fat in the pecans that's going to comprise about 30% of my calories. And then I've got vegetables, 3 different types of vegetables. I've got sweet potatoes, broccoli, and carrots. And this meal is going to be about that ratio. Now, I work out a ton, a couple times a day, so I have a very high metabolism. So I'm eating a lot of food. Maybe you don't need to eat this much food, but the ratio should be loosely based like this. And you should have about twice as much vegetables or fruit on your plate as you do a good protein source. Try this for about 2 weeks. Make sure all your plates look a little bit like this, where you have a protein source, double the amount of carbohydrates, and throw in a good set of fat. This is going to allow you to get your optimal performance. You're going to think better, and more than anything, you're going to feel better. It's going to help you to lose the weight that you're looking to lose and get the best physical performance that you can, whether it's working out or actually thinking. Okay? Try this for about 2 weeks. Make sure to drink a lot of water and see if you don't feel a lot better.
Okay, got it all set? 15 minutes, ready? Yep. Go, Tom. 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1. Get the hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Nice, Tom. Keep it coming.
1, 2, 3. Get the hips. 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. 14, 15.
Yeah. My strategy on this workout was to be able to do it unbroken. And what that means is I want to grab that bar on the deadlift. I want to be able to do my 9 deadlifts without having to set it down and rest. And with 150 pounds, there shouldn't be a problem completing all of the deadlifts for the full 15 minutes.
I don't like the 15 minutes. That's a long time. Especially for me, I'd rather lift something heavy, maybe like once or twice. I think it's alright. It's okay. 15 minutes is a long time, but it's only 15 minutes of your life, right? So.
My experience with judges in CrossFit competition has been really good. They really can be a motivating thing, and I think that a good judge is probably one of the best motivators that there are. He's not just telling you that, you know, no rep, no rep. He's encouraging you to improve your intensity, to improve your score. The reason why I wanted a judge is because I think a judge is actually a little bit friendlier than your videotape submission, because if you're just doing a videotape submission, maybe you think you do the movement right, maybe it's an overhead thing, or you have to get your hips fully open on the box jump.
Nice talk, keep it coming.
1, 2, 3, get the hips, 4.
Or you have to get your shoulder all the way behind the bar on the deadlift. Well, maybe the camera angle isn't good enough that you can clearly see that. In a videotape submission, they'll just take the reps off or tell you that that's no good. You have to redo the entire thing. With a judge, he can tell you right there immediately, no rep.
9. 1. Get the hands. 1, 2, 3.
I think I only got called for 1 no rep, and I believe that was on a push-up to where I got up a little bit too early, put my knee down. So he told me I needed to do one more of those. He told me when I got into the gray area on my deadlifts, and he told me when my box jumps were getting close to the regulations. Now the regulations say that when you do a deadlift, you have to stand straight up, you have to straighten your hips out completely, and your shoulders have to end up behind the bar, okay? So that's the standard on the deadlift. The standard on the push-ups is that we have to touch our chest in this general area, go all the way down fully, lift your hands up, and lift your body up as one complete unit. There has to be very specific guidelines to how you do the exercise. Otherwise, you know, people will either shortcut the exercise or do it slightly different, and one guy might be able to get twice as many reps doing it one specific way than another guy could.
I definitely noticed a difference with Progenics. The biggest things I noticed was, one, I wasn't quite as sore the next day, and I just felt more fresh for the next workout. And it just makes your next workout more productive, because you're not just running through mud, but actually doing what your body can do. I'm Chris Spieler, and I am Progenics.
So I thought it was really cool to have my son there.
He always has a positive attitude, and he's just in pursuit of the best he can do.
He's getting a little older, and he's certainly getting more responsible. I gave him my car keys for the workout, and you know, he was going back and forth to the car and he was locking it up. But I'm halfway through the workout and my car alarm goes off. And I'm in the middle of just going as hard as I possibly can, and I'm thinking, oh no, now I'm gonna have to stop working out, go over there, show him how to turn the alarm off.
I think it's my truck. Turner needs to click.
But you know what? Turner's gotten so much more responsible. He knew right away, oh, that's my dad's truck. And he figured out how to turn it off. Another thing that Turner did while I was working out is that he's sitting there watching the workouts, and he notices that every time I jump onto the box, it's inching closer to the edge of the rubber flooring. So while I'm doing my deadlifts, I see Turner run over there and pull the box back to where it's supposed to be. That again was a really, an indication that Turner's he's really thinking about other things now, and he's really turning into a responsible young man.
Oh yeah, I was sliding over onto the concrete. That could make it uneasy and harder to do the box jumps.
Time. Jessica, go! 5. Nice. Easy person to judge. Got a couple kinks in the very first round of push-ups, but he worked those out. Box jumps was good. He was paying attention to my cues as far as make sure he was opening hips. Same thing on the deadlift. So
That was tough. I did it though. I did better. That's 11, 9, 4. This has 12 and 1. That's good. But I'm dead, man. I never eat before. And I ate this morning. I felt it. I felt it the whole time. First rep, I felt it.
That was as fun as I remembered it to be.
It wasn't just fun?
good job.
No, it totally was.
Hey, thank you. Come here. Thanks for coming, baby. Appreciate it.
Deadlifts hurt. My back, yeah. Yeah, push-ups suck. It's hard. I would have loved to just keep going, no stop, you know what I mean? Not taking any rest.
Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate it. That was good. Thank you.
That's what I like about the competitions. It just kind of gives you a different element. You know, it throws a little something different into the mix. Like today, that was not altogether comfortable. Certainly not as comfortable as I would be in my own gym. Throws a little something different into it, and I think I probably benefited from it.